Oh boy, time now for another episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics, and continuing on with the Blue Beetle, who will not appear in the final story of this issue of the Blue Beetle, which I believe is the original Blue Beetle title. This was issue 7 from Fox Publications. Anyway, instead of Blue Beetle, we have this guest star, Dynamite Thor. He just throws sticks of dynamite. I don't know if the dynamite comes back to him like the hammer, but that might be a problem. He forgot his pants. So anyway, here we are. Blasting the rackets to atoms comes Dynamite Thor, the explosion man. In reality, Dynamite is Peter Thor. He did some porn in the 70s. A wealthy mining engineer who uses his expert knowledge of high explosives to rid the earth of crime. So Peter Thor calls on his fiancée, Glenda.
Oh, Peter, why aren't you an exciting He-Man type like this fellow Dynamite?
Listen, I hear something. It came from this room, but it's so dark I can't... Oh! I wasn't doing nothing. Zips his pants.
There he goes, down through the window.
So long, Glenda. I'll see you later. He's going through part of the wall. The frame is right. This wasn't drawn very well. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, that's not... The arm just disappears into the void. Whatever. So, in a secluded spot, Peter hides his civilian clothes and is revealed as Dynamite Thor. That burglar came in this direction. I think now to find him. I probably wouldn't have lost him if I had just chased after him, but I had to change clothes into my costume, because I really like it. Let's see here. Meanwhile, did you get the information? Yeah, but some guy in an outfit, it's kind of weird, I never saw before, chased me. I was scared. The Dane called him Peter. Probably a nickname. This is okay. Plans for a new government ship. Mystery ship. My government will pay me handsomely for this. Good work, Muggsy. Okay, what is it? Meerhoff. When do I get mine? Can you guess what he's gonna get? Yeah. Yours, oh yes. Right now, Muggsy. Right now. Oh! Knocked his hat clean off. While high above, Dynamite blasts his way through the sky with small charges of TNT. If you can call it TNT. Anyway, that lonely house down there looks interesting. He has no idea where the guy is. He just, hey, this house. I'll check it out. Couldn't they have at least said, a gunshot? I'd better investigate. But no, I didn't even think of that. Just in time, a man carrying a body. It's heavier than he look. Meerhoff carrying Muggsy disappears into a cave as Dynamite follows. It's the burglar who broke into Glenda's house. Oh, a noisy guy, eh? Will I fix him? Dynamite, trapped from behind, goes into action. An oak door. Just my dish. Yeah. So, okay, so the guy's still there, so, okay. All right, mister, come clean. What's this all about? Keep your nose out of my business. I warn you. Take one more step and my shriveled little fist will flip the bird. You won't take my advice, eh? Well, what did you do with... What?
It should be in his hand, not just sort of floating there.
Anyway, I've got an iPhone. But before Dynamite Thor can finish his question, Mirhoff throws a switch by remote control and... What? An underground prison, so this is where he buries his friends. Now look, you don't know if he's buried anyone else. I mean, it's just one guy here. Oh, you're the guy who followed me. Yes. What were you after in the house he robbed? Your friend's father. The girl's father. Yeah, I know. Yes, Colonel Grant. Go on. He had just finished plans for a new mystery weapon. I stole them for Mirhoff, a foreign agent. I'm dying. Colonel Grant's tank carrier, which I shouldn't know anything about, but I do because I did some snooping. If the plans ever get out of this country, the United States could be easily invaded. I'd rather doubt that, but anyway, I've got to get out of here. Meanwhile, calling hirelings, Mirhoff lays plans to build the tank carrier. I will talk to our great leader on our private television. Be here for final instructions. So anyway, this new weapon, now near completion, will put the rest of the world under our complete domination. Yes, leader. And there's his friends who showed up to watch TV with him, you know. Hey, it's you-know-who. Okay, meanwhile, our hero is blowing stuff up. Now, just enough dynamite to blast a hole large enough to get through. Hey, that's Mirhoff and his gang getting into that car. I think, you know what? I'll follow them. To the shipyard, quick. And so at the shipyard, it's incredible, but they've done it. They've converted a liner into a Grant tank carrier in one day, probably just within the hour. Oh, look, he's blasting through the air. That doesn't look like a liner. That looks like a submarine. Oh, okay, so it stuck a submarine on top of a liner. That's kind of stupid. Anyway. Well, I'll take care of that. The anchor melts. So now, I don't think his dynamite did that. He just wills the anchor to melt. That's a more impressive power than, just throwing dynamite everywhere. Anyway, the workmen become panic-stricken. I guess so. Stuff's melting. I quit. Same here. Every time I bolt up a guider, it melts in my hands. Yeah, Mirhoff's office. The men are quitting. They say that the ship is haunted. Haunted? Bah! The fools. Tell them. Order them back, or I shoot. Understand? The men are back at work. Well, they fear getting shot more than, being melted away by melting iron or whatever. And my supply of dynamite is running low. I've got a plan. So he throws sticks of dynamite. That's his. I mean, how does he survive that? And that's what. How does he poop that out of his ass? And I thought he just had special powers, but no, that's what he does. He just throws sticks of dynamite. That's the trick here. Still don't know how he melted the anchor. But anyway, the carrier is finally launched on its career of destruction. Our great leader will reward me for this. Yeah, I guess, but look how you rewarded your guys. So, Mirhoff takes command of the tank carrier. Our equipment includes 20 tanks, 12 submarine lifeboats, and 10 dive bomber planes, which can be catapulted from the main deck. Now we are ready for action. Say so. Dynamite Thor follows the enemy craft to see. They probably heading for. Okay. they're probably heading for a lonely spot where they'll try to land their tanks, whatever. There you go. So anyway, a lookout spots Dynamite. That news is again. Send up a dive bomber. So they just catapult the bomber off and it, okay. But Dynamite dives first. I can play that game too. And so he blows up the bomber. That didn't take much. Now for the big shot. He's diving at us quick, man. The anti-aircraft guns. Send up more planes. He crippled our anti-aircraft guns. Yeah, but send up more planes. Huh? Surrounded, Dynamite is forced to land on the carrier's deck. I'm all in. Get him. Tanks. They're almost on top of me. I've got one chance. Here, Fritz, swallow that. Boom. Yeah. His dynamite could blow up a whole tank. Now, if I can get in that powder magazine, I could swallow it and poop that out. There's enough TNT in there to sink a fleet of these tubs. Anyway, get the submarine lifeboat ready. I'm leaving with the plans. If he sinks this ship, we can build another. Aye, aye, sir. Ha! Miroff is trying to escape in a small sub. I mean, I assume it's him. I don't really know. But anyway, well, that extra TNT really gave him a boost, huh? So anyway, first I'll take care of the carrier and the crew. We surrender. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? Then Mirhoff, and that's that. Well, geez, that was easy. So anyway, later.
Oh, Peter, why aren't you like this chap Dynamite?
That's all she ever talks about. He isn't so hot. He didn't get the plans back.
Don't worry about those plans. Dad had a duplicate set made.
What? So I wasted time. Well, that's good. The set Mirhoff had was burned in the explosion of his sub, according to the newspapers. Oh boy, more adventures of Dynamite Thor in the next issue. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I'm sure it is, but am I going to bother? Well, we'll see. It's Blue Beetle, so yeah, I'll probably get to it someday. So speaking of Blue Beetle, he's got a radio show, or rather he did. I think they only did like less than 30 episodes, but they're readily available out there should you wish to listen. But, at the time, this was like getting your own TV show, It was a brand new comic book character, so, got to give him props there, Hey, do you want some sody pop? Cuba. Looks like she doesn't like it. She's like, so, maybe that's why we don't see it anymore. Too bad it was 5 cents. So, oh boy, look at all the other comics they have. Well, there's Blue Beetle. And, and seeing 2 titles, Mystery Man Comics and Blue Beetle. And Weird Comics, because, look how weird they look. And Samson with his cannon. So, and Green Mask. The guy had a green mask, and he's like, okay, I guess that's my name. That's all I got. Wonder World Comics. Fantastic Comics, if you say so. Big 3. Looks like that's Samson again. And The Flame. I don't know who that is. I guess he's Redhead. The Red Forehead. There you go. Makes sense. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for that issue of Blue Beetle. There's some of the thumbnails I made. Yeah, the Death Flower. And Dynamo. How could we forget Dynamo? Oh, look, he's got a red forehead, too. Maybe that's who that was. I don't know. Yeah, I got to say, those extra heroes really sucked. Of course, I guess they were there to make Blue Beetle look good. I guess they kind of succeeded. Oh, this is one of the videos here. Well, you know what that means. Yes, it's time to say goodbye. Well, next Sunday will be Christmas for 2022. And odds are I won't have a Sunday's Comics then. And then New Year's Eve will be the Sunday following, and I might not have one then either. But should things change, I can do a community post now because thanks to all you subscribers subscribing. So should things change, I can put an announcement there that there will be one should I find the time. Otherwise, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that holiday stuff. And we'll join each other again for the next Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics, whenever that'll be. It'll be a Sunday, though. It's in the title, so it has to be.